Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast. Happy Tuesday. We are getting through this year, and it's making me sad how fast time goes.
But it's still not fall.
No, it's not fall yet. I
I
have been planning my Halloween costume.
Really?
Well, not mine. Case's in Elwood's.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I went to Whole Foods today, and I saw that they had a pumpkin spice latte available, and I'm like,
Really?
Stop.
What date? I know there's like the fall equinox or autumn equinox, whatever. What day marks the first day of fall for you where you're like, okay, I'm in fall mode?
I feel like sometime in September.
Yeah. I think when
Like
you have
end of September.
Yeah. I think when you're in school, that can really end summer, the summer vibes. So people, I think, move on to fall because it's the next thing to look forward to if they've started school.
Yeah. No, I mean, we have this conversation legitimately every year.
Yeah.
Like, everyone tries to rush fall. They also try and rush
The holidays.
the holidays. Like, literally in October, there'll be like Christmas stuff out. And I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Like,
I
to
know.
me, September is like end of September is the beginning of fall. October is like fall mode, Halloween, all of that. November, still fall because it's like leaves and pumpkins and Thanksgiving. Like, do we really need like 5 months of fall? Like, to
No.
me, October and November are fall.
Yeah.
December is winter.
Winter. Yeah.
And January is also winter.
September is where it gets a little murky because
gets
you're
a little
still
murky.
doing a little summer, events or activities sometimes.
Yes.
Depends where you live. But I do feel like the problem is for Halloween specifically, which is like the marker of the holidays. It's like, it's just like once Halloween goes, say goodbye to the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's holiday central.
Yeah. I want to prep for Halloween and, everything. And I feel each year as maybe it's just like getting older, I feel like I have to prep earlier and earlier. Like I'm already thinking like, okay, where are we going for Thanksgiving? Like, are we going to tell my parents?
I'm definitely thinking
So it
about
pushes
that.
me to like, I'm just saying it pushes me to get more into the mindset.
Holiday spirit.
I don't want to. Like I love August to summer,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like the pushing it too fast because I do love fall. Like fall is one of my favorite seasons.
but let's not like tire ourselves with it.
It's like so warm and people are like drinking pumpkin spice latte. It's like,
No,
why?
that's
what
bizarre.
are you doing?
Yeah,
Like we still got some time. It also depends where you live.
true.
Like here, it's not fall.
Yeah, no,
Stop trying to make fall happen.
for sure.
Anyway, that being said, I am excited for cozy season. Sounds fun. I'll be like moved into my house. That'll be a nice. Like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and I do think May people rush summer. Like, okay, May feels like summer, but sometimes it's still not like warm enough or sunny enough. And then
Yeah, it
June,
doesn't
if you
feel
have
like
June gloom, it's like, okay, we just got to the sunny season.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
just got the hot days. But anyways,
I know.
Weather reports.
Weather report.
I love a weather report.
Same.
Even from other people where they live, like talking about it's raining and how it affects their lives. I think it's interesting.
Me too. It kind of, creates the vibe, creates the ambiance.
Yeah.
Gives some context. I agree. We're wearing our merch today. Our merch dropped last week. If you guys missed it, it is limited edition Valley Girl merch. If you guys want it, check it out. I'm literally not even showing it.
No, I need
I'm in ultra cozy mode. I'm basically in pajamas, and I also don't have any shoes that matched with this outfit, so I'm wearing socks only. Because at our place we're staying, I just like don't have my whole closet, and none of the shoes I brought were matching with this. Anyway, we have these t-shirts. We have it also in navy. They're like structured and really good quality, but they are also like lightweight enough to where it's not like so heavy. And really cute design. And then we have the zip up hoodies, track shorts. Everything's
Also
really, really
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
You guys should definitely check it out.
The colors, this might be our best
color's 8.
launch yet with colors. I
agree.
love the colors. Like the navy, it's different than the vibe we usually go for.
Yeah, it's so cute. I'm in love with it. It's also different.
Get them while it's hot.
It's also different than what we've done in the past. Like kind of We're also prepping some fun holiday merch vibes. We've been prepping that for a long time.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for, I should probably
Literally
shouldn't say
since
that.
the last holiday.
Big things coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to, we're trying to elevate.
Yeah, you guys
You guys don't even know what's about to
You don't even know. You guys are you're gonna be eating your words in a little bit when it comes to the elephant in the room. The elephant being this couch and the curtains.
Elephant being me currently. No, yeah. The big thing's coming, guys.
Yeah.
Get ready.
But not too ready.
But wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited. I've been thinking about, I am ultimate big things coming vibes right now. I was like just talking on my YouTube channel. I'm like,
What?
I'm locking in.
I don't think you are. You're literally you mean with your house?
No.
Oh, I'm like, you've been showing us every step of the way. There's no like mystery and like, is she really going to decorate her house? You know?
No mystery there. I was saying on my vlog, I'm trying to lock into my wellness lifestyle. And I was literally saying,
prepping.
I'm the epitome of big things coming right now. Like, you guys, I'm locking in. And it's like, we don't care and we didn't ask.
Yeah.
Also, then I was saying, I always hesitate talking about like a fitness journey or a wellness journey.
Before it's happening?
Yeah. Or as I'm getting the motivation, because I'm like, then you're going to see me eating In-N-Out in my next video. And you're going to be like, you just said that you were on a wellness journey. So anyway, I'm trying to... Wellness journey doesn't mean I'm not going to eat fast food necessarily. I'm just saying it's like, I don't want to talk a big game and then people see my lifestyle
Don't hold
choices.
me accountable is what you're saying.
And it's like, okay. But that being said, I was like, I probably need to be held accountable for myself too. Like, I really do want to be more into my health and fitness and stuff. So I guess I'll just say it.
Me. You want me to push you?
Yes. I need to be pushed.
No. I would never.
Yeah, I've been feeling the urge. I'm excited to work out again. I still haven't really. I've just been walking a little bit more, but it's a journey.
When you're starting from,
I'm starting from square negative 50.
No foundation, no muscle to build on. It is a little bit like daunting.
There's also like a heaviness down there when I'm like walking that I'm just like I'm still not like.
That might mean you might not be ready quite yet.
To work out? Yeah.
I mean, walking's great, but I feel the importance, my recovery first time, I feel like it's the thing I have to tell girls. Like, even when I see girls posting that they're like working out right after I'm like,
give birth.
You need to relax because it's going to feel so much better. I have two experiences.
If you just like wait to heal
if you just
more.
rest, because you have
your whole life to work out.
You have your whole life, You might as well just give yourself a better chance of it. But again, everyone's recovery is different. Some people are ready, I'm sure, sooner than others. But
it depends on. Yeah, I'm sure it depends on a lot of factors and how your birth went and if you tore and like all your healing.
Yeah.
Or if you had a C-section, like there's a million different factors to when you could be ready. But
that's not even just from me. I want to clarify that. That's just not from me. That's from like my nurses telling me, my midwife's like emphasizing it this time and I didn't know last time. And it's just like, oh, that's information. The information you get for certain things. You're like, I wish I would have known that.
Yeah.
And that's the information I feel I need to spread. Rest up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I did get cleared for all
Yeah.
sorts of activity. And I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But they probably were still like.
Yeah. She was like, take it easy. Yeah. But she was like, everything healed up great. And like, I was like, oh. Also, I need to spread the word that the 6-week checkup wasn't as bad as I anticipated. I thought it was going to be, because they like go up there and I'm like, I do not want something up there right now. Like, this is not the vibe. And I literally told her that, my doctor. I was like, I'm terrified. And she's like, I'll talk you through everything. Like, it really, she's like, most people tell me it's not as bad as they thought it was going to be at all. And so anyway, she just did the exam and was looking up there and everything. And it really, I wanted to say, and everyone's experience is very different, but I really was like, oh, that was not bad.
Scary. Yeah.
So, if you're scared of that too, maybe don't be as scared. I really was like, oh, that wasn't a big deal, and I'm kind of a baby, so
yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to still lay low, but I think mentally I'm ready to. I'm like, I want to lock in. I'm ready, and then my body's still like, even when I go on a walk, like I said, like we'll get back, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad we did that, but like. That was the perfect amount.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore.
You don't want to push it.
Yeah. So
I feel
that's my current life update. How's your wellness journey going? How's your postpartum life treating you?
It's good.
Would you still consider yourself postpartum?
I would, honestly, until I'm like a year.
Yeah.
I feel like, because there's just so much healing. I think it literally takes so much time for, I mean, this is from like things I've read and on TikTok and things that I've learned from just like my midwives and stuff, is it just takes a long time for your body to fully get back. I think there's a lot of healing that happens in the first like couple months and then you're almost back. But I think like the last bit of healing, just mentally, emotionally, physically, happens slowly for the rest of the, you know what I mean? Like it's a fast recovery and then it's a slow for the rest of the whatever 6 or 7 months. That's how I feel, at least with both times.
Even like aside from the healing part, I feel like just adjusting to like a new life.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like the healing all around. Like, okay, sorry guys, we had to stop because there is a very annoying ringing that's going on in the studio. We don't know where it's coming from. So
it's outside, we think, but
this is going to be a mental challenge to ignore.
Mental block.
To ignore the ringing.
Hopefully you guys can't hear it.
Yeah. Anyways, what was I saying?
You were saying you're starting to feel more like yourself. I think.
To sum it all up, I'm doing good. The wellness, however, I got some kind of flu, maybe COVID. I don't freaking know. I took COVID tests and it was negative. I took a couple, but someone replied on our last YouTube video, I think, and they were saying, or maybe it was my YouTube video and I was talking about being sick. And they were like, I'm breastfeeding and I also got like either COVID or the flu. Everyone else's lasted a couple days. Mine lasted for 3 weeks and then I got a sinus infection. I swear that's exactly like the same trajectory that I was on. Like I was so sick for like 2 weeks. And then I was starting to feel better, but I had so much sinus pressure. Like I just feel like my immune system was just not functioning. And I don't know if that's because I'm postpartum, breastfeeding, whatever. And during that time, I was like resting the whole time. So back to ground zero. I just was like not my muscle.
During the time of
the like 2 weeks. I didn't go to any workout class. I didn't even really walk. So I've been trying to just like literally walk again. So I'm back there. We can go together. Okay. I've lost literally the couple weeks that I was starting to build up. I was starting to go to real Pilates class, not just like the stretch one. And so
I was thinking when I was walking, I was thinking about the fact that you started running and I'm like, how were you running? I mean, granted, I can't even run when I'm fully healthy and not healing from something. I literally can't run more than 10 feet. But I was thinking about that and I was like, wow, that's impressive and a big commitment to run. Like I could not do that.
Well, I didn't run when I had any heaviness. Like I made sure I had nothing going on there. And that's why I was saying the first time I did like
first pregnancy,
first postpartum experience, I was walking. I've already said this a million times, but I was walking. I just like tried to get right back into it. I didn't know you were supposed to like rest. I didn't even know about the wound.
How soon were you walking, do you think?
Like a week.
Holy.
I was going on walks like, because I was trying to push myself, but because I didn't know. Like, oh, working out means like going crazy, but like I can still do stuff. I'll still walk, be active, like my normal life. It wasn't like I was trying to work out. It was like I was just still going on walks.
Yeah.
And I would feel so heavy down there, but I didn't know. Like,
Chelsey,
that's
that
the
hurts
thing.
For me.
I know.
Maybe because I had like I don't know. Maybe you obviously were feeling up to walking. So maybe it was maybe different. Yeah.
I wasn't like necessarily, I think I pushed through kind of because I would still feel the heaviness, but I just thought that was like, okay.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't know. Like I really had never like been close to someone who'd gone through a postpartum experience that like was fresh. So no one was like, rest for 6 weeks. You have a wound. I didn't know you had a wound on your thing where the placenta was. No one really explained it. So that's why this time, I also had a faster labor. I think when you push longer on your back, which like I pushed for like an hour the first time. And on my back, I think that does make your bottom more sore. And this time I pushed like upwards. So I don't think I had much pressure pushing on my like bottom literally more. Anyways, all that to say, this time I made sure I had no heaviness at all.
Before you started exercising.
No pain before I started. And because I was resting, I swear it made it, I didn't do anything. Like I would maybe do laundry, make myself a meal, but like I was not walking at all the 6 weeks. Like maybe we'd go out to dinner or something, but I tried to stick it to like one outing a day. And that's why
I do feel
it's
like I
better to
took your
rest.
advice with that.
No, you
And
did,
and
yeah.
it has been really helpful. But now I'm like, okay, like I'm ready. And I still am kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't think
You'll
I'm
know.
Like,
I think you'll
I'll
know,
too.
yeah.
I
When
think give
you're-
me like a few more weeks and I'll be good to maybe do some Pilates or something. But I'm trying to listen to my body, everyone. Yeah. No, but it's been good.
Yeah.
I feel like I am, talk to me in a little bit, but I feel like I'm so much more productive than I've literally ever been in my life.
Yeah, I know.
Because I have no choice. It's like,
if you want to get anything
if I
done.
want to get anything done, like when she's asleep, I'm just like turbo mode.
Yeah.
It's very like it's a positive thing. I feel like happy about that. I'm like, wow, I feel like I get a lot of stuff done, honestly.
Yeah. Your life feels more full, literally.
Like your schedule's more full, but it's like rewarding.
Yeah. You got a lot. Instead of doing like 2 things a day, you're doing like 12.
Yeah. I'm just like waking up earlier, getting going earlier. And I'm like, this is kind of what I've been needing, the push I've been needing. Like I was saying a few weeks ago, it's like sometimes it's hard to make a change in your life when there's no reason to.
Catalyst,
it's like, it's literally just you motivating yourself to, if you're like, I want to wake up earlier. Like, I mean, maybe I just have no self-discipline, but it's like, now that I'm just forced to, it feels a lot more like, okay, well, this is just my life now. And I have to like mold to it rather than, randomly one day being like, I'm going to wake up earlier. I don't really need to, but I'm going to. It's like, there's not as much writing on it. So anyway,
You're forced to. I know Nick went out of town for 2 days, only 2 days. And this is the first time I've been like overnight, just me with the 2 boys, no help. And unfortunately, our nanny did move the week before too. So I was like, oh, I'll have like a couple hours where, she can come one of the days and like give me a little bit of a break. But it was just me and wow. Wow. I've watched Case obviously by myself, but
always me having a panic attack that we're not recording.
Oh.
Sorry, everyone.
no, you're good.
I did a gasp.
Before you
we
even
are
looked.
recording. No, we are.
When I've watched obviously Case, even when I was pregnant, I watched him while Nick was out of town. It's like, no big deal, whatever, I could do it. Oh my gosh, like a toddler and a baby. Wow. I say this every single time. I have to watch the kids alone. Single moms out
Deserve
there,
the world.
you deserve a pay raise. Actually, you deserve pay in general. It is so crazy. Like I was just thinking, how would I ever even, obviously if you have family by or someone to help you watch them, that makes literally the world of difference. Like Abby came over after work for a couple hours and she cleaned, which shout out Abby. She literally, I went to go put Ella down. I came out and she had like cleaned my whole house, like my family room.
That's so
and I was
nice.
like, you just saved me so much time because I was going to have to stay up later and like just clean. And I was just thinking about how parents are just a different breed.
For real.
And you're forced to be.
Yeah. You have no
just have to
choice.
do it.
You just have to rise to the occasion. That's,
And it's not even necessarily like you're just constantly doing something, thinking of too, like, okay, what does Elwood need right now? What does Case need right now? Like, what am I doing? Trying to keep them entertained.
I really think it's like people just talk about like the mental load of women, how that's like a topic of conversation. And I feel like it really is just like, maybe even more than anything, it's a mental load to be taking care of another human being all the time.
Multiple.
And to be thinking about, like, they're always a, what's the word I'm looking for? A factor. They're a factor in every decision that you make.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're out shopping, it's like, okay, how long can I be gone? Well, they need to nap at this time or they need to eat at this time. So we need to be, whatever it is, it's just like an added element of like a mental thing. And like my dad always says, there's no exhaustion like mental exhaustion.
It's true.
Like you could be more tired from mental things than physical.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, you could be more drained from like being very overwhelmed mentally than literally running a marathon.
Yeah. Like having anxiety drains you.
Yeah. So it's like all of that added on.
I will say the more busy I am, like with the kids, it's like, okay, during those 2 days, I don't even have time sometimes to be anxious or like
for sure.
to stew on anything because I'm just like, go, doing everything. And the thing that's hard about watching multiple kids is not when you're like playing or when you're, outside and whatever. It's like when they both need meals.
Different things.
Yeah, or like bath times. Like I was like, oh my gosh. Like, because it's so nice when we can just switch. Like, okay, you hold Elwood while I do this. Like, you know, and they're both getting it like proper attention. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about Ballerina Farm and her 8 kids.
I was gonna say, now imagining like 6 kids is so crazy.
Yeah.
I guess when they're a little bit older,
I was gonna say the
different.
age gap right now is like a toddler and a newborn.
Yeah.
If they're both toddlers, maybe it'd be like, okay, they need the same thing.
Or
They could bathe together.
Or if you have like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And then
they can sit in their own
chair.
chair.
It's like, okay, you don't have to worry as much about like your every move. But
yeah.
Well,
I know, it's crazy. Anyways.
Shout out. Good job, mama.
Thank you. I also think about the mama thing because Case calls me mama. I'm like, I feel like I'm so warm to mama now because that's what I'm called.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I started it ironically, and now I'm like, literally,
you,
I'm always
mama.
like, I'm always around the house. I'm like, mom's got to eat. I'm like, mama's tired. Mama needs a whatever. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know, it's so cute. Just wait till Benny calls you mama.
Aw, that's
so
cute. I was just thinking about the fact that she's going to talk one day, and I was shook.
It's so cute.
It's so weird to think of her doing anything besides just
I
being
know.
a little blog.
I was Jaci and Danny, our friend, came over and you guys brought your kids and Leif. I'm like, and someone else. No. You guys all came over.
We were at our house, and so we just stopped by on our way home.
Yeah,
Leif
we had like a little play date day. Because Sloan, Danny's son, is a little over a year now. Mm-hmm. And so they were starting to play for the first time together. And with your friends and your kids, like when they're babies, you're like, oh my gosh, like they can sit next to each other and it's like, oh my gosh, so cute, so fun. And you know, like someday maybe they'll play.
Yeah.
But then when that actually happens,
they
like
actually
they actually become friends or they're actually playing, you're like, your heart explodes. And so there's like two sides of me where while they were playing, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be Benny and Elwood one day. Like that is gonna be so cute.
Oh my gosh.
But then I'm also like, I don't want to wish away the baby days.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be like, oh, I can't wait, because then I'll be sad that they're not babies anymore. But
I know. But that will be so cute.
So cute.
That's like a whole different like layer and element to like our lives.
Yeah. So fun.
That's crazy.
Anyways.
Have you listened to Diet Pepsi by Addison Rae?
My jaw just popped. Yes, but not the whole song. I've only heard the bits on TikTok.
I have listened to it 100 times.
Is it released?
So good.
It's like a new song.
Yes. Oh. And you need to watch the music video.
Really?
It is. She's such a star.
She's so good.
I just really she's an icon.
Yeah.
She's an icon
some of her
generation.
TikToks today. That's what I found out about the song this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On TikTok. And I was watching some of the TikToks. And
Song
she
of
is
the summer.
so beautiful.
She's just perfect. She just has such star quality. Like, she just has the it factor,
you know? She really does have it.
And that song is so good. Like, if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. It's so good. It really is. It's very catchy. Mm-hmm. I wonder who wrote it and like produced it and all of that. But I wonder if she's coming out with a full album or if it was just like little single. I hope so. But I'm like, please, because we need more pop.
I hope she's been cooking for the last 3 years and
let her cook.
Yeah.
I can only pray for that.
I know.
I'm loving all the fun pop music right now, like Chapel Roan, Charlie XCX,
Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter, this new Addison Rae song. I'm just like living for the vibes.
I know, the songs lately are so good.
They're so good, and it's kind of a throwback.
Good luck, babe. I want that song injected into my veins. Like
I
still am not sick of it. I've been listening to it over and over and over.
I'm not sick of Please, Please, Please.
No, those two songs are so good. I've also been listening to a lot of Gracie Abrams.
I haven't listened to as much. I need to though. I like her.
She's so good.
Yeah, you'll listen to Diet Pepsi on your way home. You'll keep listening. It'll be one of the songs.
Yeah,
that you're like,
I can't wait. Obsessed. I need a new one.
Yep, it's so good.
What was I gonna say about? I wrote it down. Don't worry.
Some of the I hesitate saying this because then I'm not comparing them. Okay, but some of the Diet Pepsi song, some of it is Lana Del Rey coded to me.
Really?
Like just certain little elements of it. But then it's
even
also
the name is a little.
True.
She had like CocaCola.
True. Maybe that's why I was thinking it. And in the music video, she has like an American flag and she's in a car and it's black and white. It's giving kind of Lana vibes. But then it's also a completely different vibe because it's very
like Britney Spears.
It's very Britney Spears pop star. It's just like this mesh of my favorite things, I think.
Oh my gosh. I need to listen. I can't wait.
What I love about like even the music video is that she took risks in it. It was like kind of weird, but that's what made it
cool.
Cool.
Okay. You've convinced me.
check it out.
You've convinced me.
Yeah. I loved it. I love it. I can't stop listening.
We're going to jump into an ad to talk about Quince, one of our favorite sponsors. They have the best clothes, as we were talking about in this episode. You know, the transition through the seasons, whatever, if there's a big change you're going through, you want a new wardrobe, you want to freshen it up, but you don't want to spend all your money. Quince is the place to shop. I recently got their, it's called the 100% European linen shorts pajama set, and they are so dreamy. I don't know if it's, you know, getting in your late 20s and your 30s that you want pajama sets. You're not just sleeping in like a t-shirt anymore. You want like a matching set. And Quince has a couple, and I absolutely love these. They're so breathable. They're so light and comfortable to sleep in. I also talked about my favorite sweaters from there. It's a white cotton fisherman crew neck. It's so cute. I wear all the time, different seasons, different times, different events. You can dress it up, dress it down. It's the best.
They have so much stuff. They have cashmere sweaters from $50, pants for every occasion, washable silk tops, and so much more. And the best part is that all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us, which we love. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, which we love. Make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high-quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/whatwesaid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/whatwesaid to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/whatwesaid. Rocket Money. This is one of our favorite sponsors at the What We Said podcast. It is something that both Chelsey and I have used and we absolutely love, and it has saved us money, which is awesome. So if you feel like you don't know how many subscriptions you're paying for, or if you like see your bank statement and you're like, wait, what? I didn't know I was even paying for that. That is a very common experience. I have been paying double for some things. I have paid for something that I, signed up for to get a free trial and then forgot about, and I figure out I'm paying like $15 a month for something that I'm definitely not using at all and just essentially throwing money away. Over 74% of people have subscriptions they have forgotten about, and thanks to Rocket Money, we're no longer wasting money on the ones that we have forgotten about. So Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
Rocket Money has saved me so much money on different subscriptions I didn't know that I even signed up for, or that, went past the free trial, things like that. And they make it so easy to save money. If you are wanting to save up for something, or you're really just wanting to hold yourself more accountable with your spending, Rocket Money is an essential. You definitely need to download it. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. That's rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. I need to give everyone a major update. I've been in my gardening era.
Oh, I saw your
very
stories.
Small garden. Okay.
Of your flowers.
Yes, flowers. Is that like technically gardening?
Yeah. Flower garden.
I have like indoor plants that I take care of decently. Okay, that's like everyone's first step. I feel like, okay, if you can keep like an indoor plant alive, whatever. Which when I was 9 months pregnant, those things they were on the brink of life, and my mom and Abby had to help me water them. But I got this like cute little flower bed to put outside one of the windows in the front of our house. It just like looks so cute. And I was like, okay, well now I have to put flowers in it. I don't know anything about outdoor plants. I don't know anything about flowers, how to keep them alive. And so Abby and I went to Home Depot. We got a bunch of flowers. I put it in one of my vlogs, but
I didn't even see it when I came over because I like went through the back. I didn't really look at the end.
Yeah,
I need
to see it. It's so cute. So we like planted all these flowers, and my mom gave me like some. I called my mom. I'm like, I don't know anything. I don't know what to buy. I just want to like go buy cute flowers, whatever I see. And she was like, well, make sure they're full sun. Because like this window is like always in the sun pretty much the entire time the sun's out. And it never really gets shade. And so I did full sun, easy plants. Like they will have labels, just so you guys know. People are asking me questions. Yeah, it'll say like full sun or part sun or whatever. And usually where they are in the store gives you a vibe of like where they would be in your house. Like if they're directly in the sun, obviously they're not going to put indoor plants directly in the sun. But anyways, we planted them, put soil in them. I was like, I hope these work. Like these could just all die. They looked so cute. And then they did start dying. I was like watering them, like indoor plants, like right whenever the soil would get dry, I would water them. And then they started dying. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, please, I just wanted to have this cute thing. I don't want to have to I'm not going to get new flowers. So my sister-in-law, Aubrey, she gave me some pointers because her parents like owned a nursery. And she's like, she just like gave me some tips. I was like, oh my gosh, great. So she asked like her parents too, and they gave me some tips I water that thing all the time because it's in full sun. And the flowers, I know like no one cares about these things, but when you, like if someone else is posting about their gardening thing and like their progress, it is exciting, but you're like, oh, that's cool. But when you're doing something and you're like, I got these plants back to life. They are thriving now. Like watching little buds come out and then actually bloom into a flower. Like knowing I planted that. It's so satisfying. Yeah. And I posted about it this morning on my story. And I was like, this little caterpillar, it's so cute. They're like, that will obliterate your garden. I'm like, oh, so you need to kill it. About it. Yeah. You need to kill it or put it somewhere else. And sure enough, I have like little holes in my plants, but I'm like, that's kind of cute. That's like what they're for. I don't,
Yeah.
It's a little ecosystem. There was a ladybug on there. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's fun.
It made me want to literally start a whole garden.
We're trying to do garden beds in our like new backyard.
That would be so fun.
Mostly Leif, like he's been obsessed with the idea for years, and I'm like, okay, let's do it.
I can only imagine growing your own food.
Yeah.
Like the dopamine I'm getting from seeing new flowers bloom and just like how pretty it looks and like your hard work is paying off and you're actually nurturing them properly. I can only imagine if like something came out that you could eat.
Becomes ballerina farm.
Literally. I'm like, and I'll be getting cows next.
I'm moving to the farm.
Yeah. Maybe this is like the first step into becoming.
It's the gateway.
Yeah. Into a trad way.
Yeah.
That's not my vibe, but I wish it was, but it's not. Look at what I'm wearing.
The Valley Girl with the camo.
Literally. I'm in this as mini skirt gardening.
Hey, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's no rules to
Women
life.
can do it all.
That's right. I organized my desktop on my computer.
Oh, yeah?
This weekend.
Did that take forever?
Wow. Well, yeah, it did take a while, but also there's kind of like a hack Leif showed me. I guess it didn't really truly organize it, but kind of like it just, my desktop was a train wreck. Like I'll just screenshot stuff off websites. It'll go to my desktop. There's screenshots everywhere. There's order confirmation things. There's photos. I was just like, wow, I'm usually very organized when it comes to my photos. And I still am. Like I have a hard drive with all my actual photos, but just day to day, like for house stuff, I'll just screenshot stuff and whatever. And on my computer, I'll export my videos that I edit and whatever. Anyway, Leif showed me this. I don't know how he did it, but basically it like filters them and like puts them in so they're not all scattered everywhere. It's like maybe by the label of them or whatever, it organizes them. But then I went a step further and like moved stuff to my hard drive, put a lot of stuff in my trash on there, and like really went through and made folders for specific things. Like this is for the podcast, this is photos, this is videos, and like just organized it all. Wow.
Feels so good.
Talk about mental load. Like immediately I was like, oh, I'm less stressed.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be able to like actually know where things are on my computer.
No, that is so nice.
Here's your sign to organize your desktop.
Yeah. And your photos, I feel like having a child that you have to be responsible for documenting their memories and somehow organizing them for them to see. Like you don't want to just be like, here's a photo album. It has 50,000 photos just like randomly. You want to be able to like show them. Yeah, like, hey, can I see me when I'm 2?
Yeah.
That is a lot.
That is.
Like
to organize it all.
Because you're just like taking them on your phone. Maybe you have film ones. Like, oh my gosh, I have to like every 3 months go through, get the videos from my phone, get the photos from my phone, get my film photos I took, the vlog footage that I
and it's it's important because it's like it's going to be such a mess to go through if one day you decide like when they're both 6 and 4 and you're like, oh, I want to organize all of it. Like it is going to take
6
you
years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I need to already start like doing that.
Yeah,
now.
I got those. I think you have them on your Amazon. You sent them to me, like photo organizers.
Yeah, I love them
for printing them out because that's the other thing is like I have so many film photos and they're just like on a hard drive, but I want physical copies to like put in a scrapbook or like, whatever. And so I've been like keeping them and little, we always talk about this when we make like scrapbooks. The one time we've done that.
Whenever we do that. What?
The one time we've done that is little things like airplane tickets.
Right.
Like,
Ticket stubs.
yes,
Yeah.
things like that. Now that I have those, I'll put those in there as well. So like I'll have January and I'll like label it. Oh wait, you know what? Everyone, what has
Label
this
maker?
podcast become?
Yeah,
Yes.
we need to stop.
Label makers and gardening. Okay.
I love it. It's a new era.
What's that one label maker? What's it called? Hold on, because I need to tell people. Okay, it's called the Dymo organizer. It is
Organizer?
Well, that's what it's called.
It's
Organizer.
a label maker though?
Yeah, Express. I don't know. I can only read half of the name right now. But it's like a little gun thing. And
I'm having a hard time visualizing a gun.
I'm going to show you. Okay, first of all, this is the like labels it makes.
Oh,
You know those?
Cute.
They'll be on like amber bottles for cleaners or something. It's like this.
That looks massive.
It's like handheld.
Oh,
You like click
okay.
it.
Cute.
So it's kind of like a gun. Anyways, everyone needs one. It's so cute. I label. It's like a cute label, not like
Yeah.
a ugly label.
Ugly plastic one.
You get different colors like I've read. But anyways, I put those on the months. And then in that little container, I'll put like January pictures, January, like we went to a train.
Mementos.
And
Yeah.
Life hack.
Wow.
Well, hack that's gone on
Life
from
hack
you to
that
me.
will add to your mental load.
Yeah.
No, totally. In a way, though, it lessens the. It's so nice to have things organized.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
my
In a
point.
way, it does lessen it because you're like, at least I'm trying.
Yeah. I have so much pressure on me to like that I put on myself. No one else did for this move. Where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is the first time it's not a rental. It's gonna be for a long time that we live there.
Yeah.
I want to start out on the best possible organizational.
That is a lot of
like,
pressure.
It is so much pressure. And now having a kid too, it's like added where it's just like, I want her stuff to be organized. I want my stuff to be I'm just like, I want to be in ultra cleaning and organizing mode where just setting myself up for success.
Yes.
Like I don't want to, which is going to be so hard because we don't have like any of our closet shelving or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's probably going to be so chaotic
Yeah.
when we move, but I'll get there. But I definitely have that on my mind. I'm just like, I want to be so organized.
I know.
Well,
You know what? People said, I saw the comments, the good comments
said
on
they
our-
love it?
They were like, we'll take 3-hour long episodes. Love the life updates. Thank you for coming out of the woodwork because you
Thank
guys
you.
were silent until last week.
you were
Saying like, there were so many comments, messages like, I live for the life updates. Like
No, I
could
did
just
see that.
like more than the stories.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Thank you for speaking your truth.
Yeah, I think I mean, I had said last time like I feel as though
People like it.
yeah, and our podcast is kind of half and half these days.
Yeah. Deal with it.
We're doing the life updates and the stories. Mm-hmm. You get the best of both worlds.
You get the best.
Oh, did you see Miley Cyrus talking about being Hannah Montana?
Yes, it was so
I
cute.
sobbed. So
I know,
cute.
it's so cute.
We're reading embarrassing school stories. I can't wait.
I can't wait. Do you have any in mind? Well, why am I
I have
asking
no
you
memories.
that?
As we've discussed many times, I literally.
But
Chelsey,
sometimes embarrassing or like shocking ones might stand out. No,
let me. I almost said let me cook. Let me cook.
just anytime you want to think of something, let me cook.
I found a photo. I saw a random photo of me and you and these random people I've never. I'm like, who the heck are those people? And I know you'd remember. I know you'd be like, oh, there, it's this.
Show me.
Because you have such a good memory. I didn't. I need to go back and find it. It was like an old archived photo, but I saw it. I'm like, who the heck are we with? It was like probably from 10 years ago.
In what situation? Like, were we at a party?
We were at like a wedding. We're at a wedding or like an event.
What were we wearing? Do you
Like
remember?
dresses. Like we were at like either I think we were outside of like the Salt Lake Temple. To be honest with you.
Outside. We were
I
outside.
don't want to take things religious, but
Where we are. Wait, we're outside?
yeah. And we're like at someone's wedding, and I want to say it was like someone, maybe a cousin of yours.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. My
You
cousin
do?
Maddie. Yeah. She got married. Were we like aged after high school? That was
Yes.
like our treacherous. Talk about lore. That trip was insane. JC and I took.
started the story.
No,
Can't
but this
stop.
is more interesting.
Okay.
I'm giving you one of your
please.
memories back.
Thank you.
After high school, JT and I, probably in the summer, maybe. No, because it was cold. It was the winter after we graduated. Mm-hmm. JC was in her prime photography, about to cook, Kara.
I was getting ready to cook.
She was cooking. This was post. Anyways, okay, those details don't matter. Anyways, we went to Utah. We were like, let's do a trip. We're going to take pictures. We were going to go on the tour of Instagram baddies of like Utah. Like we were going to go take photos of all of these like really cute girls on Instagram and meet them. And I was just coming along for the ride.
We drove, right?
We drove JC's Nissan Altima to Utah, 12-hour drive.
That car.
We got there. We were we're couch surfing, essentially.
Okay, I do. I have
shout out Michelle White. Shout out McKenna. Shout out. Yes. Who else did we? Tessa.
Stop.
Yeah. Those photos need to come back. We met up with all of them and took photos. Like we were taking so many photos.
Oh my gosh, I feel so nostalgic.
And then when we were staying at McKenna,
excited to get new memories. I'm like, what happened next?
We were staying at McKenna. What was her maiden name? Because now it's Reynolds. Bully. Yeah. Shout out McKenna. I love you guys for following her on Instagram. She has the cutest outfits. It's McKenna Elise on Instagram now.
She's an icon.
But McKenna Bully. Oh my gosh. It's so weird because like we've known these people since their maiden names.
Yeah.
Anyways, we stayed at her parents' house. Gorgeous house. And
gorgeous.
We were driving. The reason I know it was cold is because it was literally like a snowstorm. Us two AZ drivers. JC's Nissan Altima going down the iciest roads of Bountiful, like literally trying to get back to Provo, I think. Broke down. Your car broke down, stuck in the snow, down a hill.
Me shocked.
Down a hill. Yeah, you're the driver. And McKenna's saint of a father had to come literally pick us back up and got our car, called someone to get our car towed to a shop and get it fixed. And we were like, oh my gosh, first of all, we feel so stupid.
Chelsey.
But they were so nice.
So angels.
And they were just like, yeah, you can stay extra. So nice.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
do you remember when we were on some sort of drive and it was pitch black and we thought that the cars were coming towards us?
That was on the way home. That was on the way home from that trip.
On that trip? Were you also with me when my car...
How stupid could we be? Like, that is how young we were. Are the cars on the same side of the road as us? We saw lights and we were like, are they coming towards us or are they going away from us? This is pitch black, like on the highway.
Oh, yikes.
And I remember it was so late. We're almost home. We're like an hour away. And you're like, I'm so tired. I was like, me too. I was like, do you care if I go to sleep? And you're like, no, it's fine. And then afterwards, my mom was so mad. She's like, you never sleep. Like
when someone else is tired.
When driving. But you're like, it's fine, sleep. I'm like, okay, good night.
Passenger princess
19-year-old driving. Anyways.
Were you with me when my car like literally spit ice at my face?
Huh?
Literally, you guys? This is more Nissan Altima lore.
Yeah.
I'm driving. In the middle of summer.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. Summer in Arizona, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm driving on the freeway. A chunk of ice flies out of like where the air is coming from, the AC, and literally hits me in the eye. And I'm like, what just happened? Like it felt like a glitch in the Matrix. More ice chunks. Start literally hitting me in the face. And I'm like, okay. I pulled over. Basically something with the coolant. It was like, I don't know.
I'm like, oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, of course, duh. There were literally ice. There was ice in it was something with the AC.
Yeah.
But it was literally spitting ice chunks at my face. That was a real shock. It was a jarring experience. Yeah. But I think it like broke after that. Yeah. Something in my car broke.
Very interesting.
Yeah. If anyone else has experienced that,
that's crazy.
Please comment with solidarity. No, I just felt like it was so weird because it was also so hot. Yeah. And I'm like, why is there ice?
Honestly, this is kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly,
keep coming.
Thanks.
That is so fun.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, if you ever need any other... And on that trip, we went to bring it all back, on that trip, we went to my cousin's wedding. We stopped.
And that is more... that perfectly demonstrates Mormon wedding culture. It's like, do I know your cousin? No.
No.
Why am I there? Why am I at the temple taking photos? Not of it.
Oh,
I'm in photos. Like with you. With literally people I don't know. It was like we were in a photo together.
Weird.
And I'm like, why? I don't even know this person.
Oh, I know exactly what photo you're talking about.
Like, why was I there?
Yeah.
I had no business being there.
Probably my cousins.
Oh, me, you and your cousins?
Yeah, it was probably my cousins.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah,
that.
if you don't know them.
I mean, slay.
Yeah. Fun.
Love it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, to the stories.
Go for it. Clean, simple eats, you guys. This is our favorite protein powder that we've gotten so many people hooked on, including lots of our family and friends. And we use it all the time. And they just launched an innovative product, clear protein in a can that is refreshing, delicious, and perfect for on the go. There's a lot of hype around clear protein right now, and for good reason. It is unlike anything you've tried before. It drinks more like a juice instead of a milk, so it's not super like creamy. It just kind of tastes like a yummy, like fruity juice. There are 4 light and juicy flavors: blue raz, dragon fruit, tropical orange, and prickly pear, made with absolutely no artificial ingredients. They even have a variety pack to try all the flavors. It's made with only 8 ingredients. It's also lactose-free, making it easy on digestion, and each can contains 20 grams of grass-fed whey protein and only the highest quality ingredients.
These are really nice because you can just pop them in your bag, like pop a can in your bag to enjoy later during a workout, maybe while you're running errands or bring them on vacation. Their clean protein is the perfect drink to have on hand. You can pour it over ice when you're at home or just keep the cans chilled in the fridge for easy grab. Clean Simple Eats is amazing because their protein is always third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. So you can visit cleansimpleeats.com and use the code WhatWeSaid10 at checkout for 10% off your order. That's cleansimpleeats.com, code WhatWeSaid10 for 10% off your order. Go check it out. I fell asleep after finishing a portion of the ACT and waiting for the next to start, but I was awoken by a fart. It was my fart. I farted so loud in my sleep that I woke myself up.
That is mortifying.
That's so bad, especially when you're testing like the ACT.
Silent.
So silent. With a group of people you probably don't know. That's the other thing is like, well, I guess maybe that's better.
That's better. That's
than
better,
your
honestly.
home like classroom.
I would.
Yikes.
You just gotta act like it wasn't you.
If you're startled though, like by your own fart, you fart, you're like,
no, because you could be like, oh, what was that? I would literally like, look over and be like,
they're like, it was obviously you. You're asleep. It's giving Nick waking up after he's snoring and being like, I wasn't asleep. True. I actually saw something on TikTok. Okay, we're never getting through these stories about how that's sleep apnea. That's a thing is that when you're snoring, you can't hear yourself snoring, but you're not like that happens to a lot of people. They're like, wait, no, I thought I was awake and I wasn't snoring, but you can't like hear yourself snoring.
What
really
the?
Yeah,
interesting. So he has that.
Who knows? Guess. Thanks, TikTok doctors.
Well, rule of thumb. Always act like you didn't do it. Like, you know, just look around.
Be like, what was that?
Whoa, oof.
Someone ate beans for lunch.
And just never
Who had
admit to it.
Chipotle?
Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh, Chipotle.
They're like, you did.
Chipotle sounds kind of good.
That does sound good.
Okay. In middle school, I got called out during an assembly for an award and tripped while walking down the bleachers. I ripped my favorite jeans, broke my arm, and held back tears while I accepted my award in front of the whole school.
Oh, I fear
Breaking
you can't
your
recover.
arm is crazy in front of a whole.
Yeah, and you're probably in so much pain, and you're probably pretending like you're fine.
There is nothing worse than having to pretend you're not in pain when it hurts so bad. Like you fall and like skin your knee, and you're just like, and everyone's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine."
And why is that? Why is it embarrassing to be in pain? Like, why aren't we just like, you know what? Actually, that really hurts
because it's vulnerable, especially around people you don't know.
But it's like, it's so weird if you really think about it.
It is. It's like, why can't we just be honest?
Why can't you just say, like, wait,
this
my
hurts
bone
so bad.
Possibly could be in two right now. It hurts so bad. Like, we're just like, it's fine. You're like, face obviously, you get like hit with something, your face obviously has a red mark, you're tearing up. You're like, I'm totally fine. That's almost more embarrassing than being like, that hurts so effing bad.
Me, when I got hit in the head with a football and got a concussion, I'm like, I'm fine. Literally like can't even walk straight.
I remember another memory to put in your lock. We went to one of our friend's house afterwards. And you were like gonna fall asleep on the couch, and his mom was like, "Do not let her fall asleep." Like you,
because I literally had a concussion. I went home. I asked my mom 6 times in a row what time it was. She's like, "You're going to the emergency room." They literally had to scan my head. I got hit so
Now
hard.
you're about to die falling asleep on the couch afterwards.
You guys, I was next to my
So
friend.
hard.
I was next to one of my friends taking a selfie like this with my phone out in
I wish
high
they had
school.
live photos back then.
Same. Next thing I know, I am seeing stars. I got hit in the temple, literally.
Yeah.
With a football going full speed, thrown by a senior high school boy. Hit me in the temple, and I hit my friend's head because we were standing next to each other taking a photo, and it hit me to the right. My head hit her head, and so it ricocheted. And literally, I fell to the ground and was like, I don't know what just happened. And everyone rushed.
You fell to
me.
the ground?
I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't there when you got hit.
Actually, I don't know if I fell to the ground, but I'm pretty sure I did. And
Just exaggerate. Yeah, I got taken out on a stretcher.
It just makes up so many details. No, but
That's
it
crazy.
hurt so bad.
Yeah.
I remember my boyfriend at the time carried me to the car.
Yeah.
I think either a baby or on his back because he was that is
Not okay.
that is not okay. Yeah. And then we went to their house and they were I was literally
about to fall asleep.
Dozing off because I was so unwell.
Yeah.
And they were she just got hit in the head. She should not be going to sleep. And then I went home and my mom's you're not okay. What? I definitely got a concussion, but it wasn't
for
anything.
sure.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. That's why football players wear helmets.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was a crazy night, wild night.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure though. I was I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's why are you acting just say you're in pain.
I know, but it's just your first instinct is to be no, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
When you are so obviously in pain and tearing up.
Oh no, it's the worst.
Yeah. I did the announcements in high school, and one day instead of telling everyone to rise for the pledge, I told them to rise for the national anthem and continued to sing it because you don't just say it, and I couldn't stop in the middle of it.
What?
Okay, wait, I actually think about that. That's actually hilarious. So she's doing the announcements, comes over the thing. Can everybody please rise for the national anthem? You're supposed to be so professional. You're probably oh my gosh, why did I just say that? So you just go with a bit.
And she sings the whole thing.
So everyone's just
Please. Performing for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the wrong hand.
That's actually hilarious. Hope you had a good voice.
Yeah. When you did it on purpose because you have a good voice.
She's oops.
Oh.
You got to get some runs in there. Okay. In college, I attempted to parallel park in front of the building of my next class multiple times until a random guy came up to my window and asked if he could just do it for me. I fully let him take the keys and park it for me.
Yeah.
I feel that's a universal girl experience. Have you had that happen?
No.
Oh,
I'm an amazing parker. Horrible driver, great at parking.
really?
Yeah. You don't drive with me often enough to know. I'm really good at that, at least in my car.
I am the opposite.
I am
we've
had this
bad
discussion before.
parker. Yeah. Okay, that is ringing a bell. Everyone that's listened is we've heard this 10 times. That is a universal experience, I thought, where
But I'm other girls that aren't good at parking. But I have
where you're
heard
struggling to
multiple
get in a
people.
spot and then a guy just comes up and is do you want me to just do it for you?
Yeah.
I've literally had that happen to me as well. I'm actually a really bad parker. I'm trying to get better.
I've had people do that when I'm trying to get out of a spot. And I'm doing a 17-point turn, trying to get out of somewhere. If the parking lot is really close or there's a building behind me or something. I've had people be do you want me to I'm yes, please get me out of here.
Just direct you or get in your car?
Direct me.
Yeah, direct you. I'm talking they'll literally get in your car and do it for you.
You've
had that before.
Oh, really?
Yes. But I feel I'm actually decent at parallel parking. You know what I'm really bad at is pulling to the left. I'm parking in a parking spot to the left. I always think I'm going to hit the cars next to me. I'm just I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I
that
to
is
go
the
to the
trickiest
right
one, I
or
think.
even parallel park. I'm decent, but going to the left, not my vibe.
Isn't there a thing about if you speak your gifts, you lose them?
Awesome.
Because I believe that. When I posted on TikTok 2 years ago, I was just reminded of this, about me being able to see and say what animal people look like.
Oh, yeah.
I swear the day I posted that,
Diminished.
gone. I've never been able to do it again.
See,
People are can you DM me? I'm wait, I can't do anymore. I literally can't do anymore. I don't know.
You lost the talent?
I lost the gift and never got it back. Like there's something like you can't tell people like your gifts because you'll lose it. So I'd probably be bad at parking now.
And that's what I'm worried about with the wellness journey. Like shut up. Like don't tell people you're on a fitness journey. Because then it like, you know how people will say, it's even like it's something about, what is it, like manifesting or something where if you speak it out loud, it feels like you already did it. So like you have a business idea.
You get the dopamine hit.
Yes, you have a business idea or something. You tell a bunch of people about it. You kind of lose me, by the way. I've done this many times. Tell everyone the day you think of it.
Yeah.
You're just like, I have this genius idea. I tell my mom. I tell you. I tell Liv. I tell whatever. Motivation gone because it's like, well, I kind of just like did it in my mind.
Exactly.
Like, I'm good.
You get the satisfaction of, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, okay. Well, now I don't actually have to do the work. I can just the dopamine
get
hit
exactly
and move on. I feel that.
So I need to be quiet about a lot of. I need to cook.
Yeah, we need to stop, stew, and cook. Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Hi, girls. I love the podcast. When I was a sophomore in high school, I was wearing my hair in bubble braids, and someone came up to me and told me they looked like anal beads. Safe to say I never wore that hairstyle again.
No, because they do.
They do. They totally do. But if you don't know what those are, if you're like 16, you don't know any better.
I kind of love a bubble braid, though.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, I had the most horrifying thought the other day that I should cut my hair. I know it's a postpartum.
You want something new and fresh. The cut is not it.
I know.
Your hair is so beautiful. Like the only reason I say that is because your hair, like the red, long hair, I'm like murder for that. I would pay so much money for hair like that.
And where I'm at with it is like, I've seen what I need to see. You, and other people where having short hair where there's space for your neck to be shown is so nice for just the aesthetic of like outfits and stuff.
I do understand that.
Sometimes long hair just is like,
yeah, because as soon as my hair gets to here, it's chopped again. I understand that exactly.
I was just thinking about how it looks so fresh and so thick. I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. I know it would look ugly on me, but
it wouldn't look ugly on you. I think it would be really cute.
Because
you've had it before, it looks cute, and now you have your chin. It would look even cuter.
No, I know that's where I've been, toying with the idea a little more because of the chin. But like even when I watch back footage of this podcast, like I feel like sometimes if I have like even what I'm wearing right now, I mean I have braids, so it maybe is not as much. But if my hair was just down and then I have this baggy t-shirt and baggy pants, it's not the vibe.
Yeah, I get that.
You have to either be wearing like tight clothing, have your hair down, or if you're wearing something baggy, your hair has to be up. That's how I feel. Like you have to take the space or like show skin or your neck. Otherwise it just looks very
all one.
Frump city.
Yeah, I do understand.
So I've been thinking about that because I'm like, I don't know, like a little fall chop.
The thing is with the short hair, I will say, I mean, you can always do 2 chops, but most people do it wrong because they get scared. So then they chop to like here.
Right.
You gotta go for like, and you're gonna be like, no, that's too short. Like you have to go shorter than you've ever imagined. Like
I totally agree.
It looks so scary when they first do it and you're like, oh my gosh, but you'll always want it shorter. Like if you don't do above where it's like there is space and you're not going borderline chin, you're always gonna want it shorter. And it's not gonna be it's not going to be the short thing that you hope for.
I agree.
So people go kind of short, then they're like, I don't like it. And then they're screwed because they don't want to go full send and they have to wait to like grow it out again.
I agree. I think that.
Okay. You've convinced me you should do it.
Really?
And you get your hair like really red. I think you should do it.
Like, and bangs? Yeah. Yeah. She like looks into the camera. She's like,
like we got her.
Literally sends like a voice where you're like, we got her. I hate you.
The eagle is in the nest.
Yeah, bangs too.
I'm being dead serious though. Like I think it would be really cute. Especially for fall, the copper cowgirl.
Yeah, when I said the words like a fall chop, I kind of got like dopamine.
Yeah.
Like
well,
it could be
you don't have to do it then.
Yeah, true. I'm like, well, I already did it in my head.
When that's the whole reason we have this podcast. We don't have to actually do anything in our lives.
True.
We just say we're going to.
We just talk about it.
Yeah, and it's like we did it.
See, but here's where you lose me is like you can't put your hair up. That's a really big problem for me.
That's the main con.
Yeah. But I guess if it is just a cute style, I don't know. I was thinking lately about just how it's like, I don't know, like literally YOLO. Like life is too short to be like, I always have to have long hair. Like why?
Yeah.
But I have to deal with the consequences of when I'm growing it out, and I will hate every second of it.
You will.
And I know I'll hate it after a week. Like I know I will. So I really feel like
You
I
might
can't.
not though. You might not though.
But it is just hair.
Yeah.
Like I admire people who will just like be bold and like
Go
do
for
big
it.
things. Like who cares? But yeah, I'm not going to keep going on this topic, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe you'll catch me one day.
It might be fun. Does your hair grow fast? I feel like it does.
Ish. But I do think that
Just
now
up
is
the
not the
Nutrafol
time
dose.
to do it.
Yeah.
Postpartum.
Yeah. Let the
You
hormones
gotta
settle.
let it. Yeah, you gotta let things settle. Really gotta let
Give
things
it to
settle.
the like after a year.
Yeah.
If after a year postpartum you still want to do it.
Next fall,
Let it cook.
let it cook.
But really,
Yeah.
because even before I cut my hair originally, like from longer to short, I was thinking about it for so long. I was like, I really want to chop it. I really want to chop it. And it took a while. So if you're still thinking about it in a while, do it.
Okay.
I think it could
I'll
be
consider.
really cute.
I think I've said this before. It's just when you have long hair and like you wear it down a lot. I don't know. It
I
just
get that.
it really can get old. Like you would think it's like, oh, you can do so many hairstyles.
But then you have to do the hairstyles.
Yeah, but it's like so much work. I don't know. It just feels like it just kind of gets like
Yeah.
drags you down and feels like ratty and
that.
heavy. Anyway,
I
and
hear
I'm probably
you.
gonna lose all my hair anyway in like a few months. So
That is also something to consider. You don't want to cut it and then
deal with that too.
Yeah.
Oof. No, thank you.
then it's giving George Washington.
Yeah. I need to be quiet. I'm like
Hard job.
doesn't speak for the rest of the podcast.
Okay.
I think it's my turn.
These are really setting us off. Okay.
When I was in 6th grade, I got so sick in class that I had to run to the front of the room to throw up. And if that's not embarrassing enough, when I threw up, everyone was silent watching me, and I farted so long while yakking. This still haunts me almost daily. That is maybe the worst thing I've ever heard.
How old was she? 6th grade? Oof. That probably
Throwing
set you up for
and
failure.
farting in front of your entire class.
I hope you moved after. I hope you moved.
Hope you
Or
entered
you
the
didn't
witness
go to
protection
junior high.
program. Like, oh, wow.
Oh, that's not good.
That's bad.
Just total loss of control of the body. I'm sorry about that.
There is nothing more humbling than throwing up. Like yakking and just like it's so uncontrollable.
And when you're
It's
little,
wild.
the memories I have of kids in my classes like throwing up every once in a while, happens like once or twice a year where a kid will just like, blah. There's no warning.
No.
They're kind of feeling sick, but they're not saying anything. Because when you're older, my stomach, my stomach. That would be me. So people would know 10 years before I threw up. Like, but when they're little, they're just like, And then it's just projectile, like all over the desk, all over the playground, whatever it is.
Oh.
So sad.
That is really sad.
Anyways.
Wait, you know what I just thought of?
What?
Not to bring up my hair again. Yeah. When we were talking about your hair, remember like a few episodes we like kept talking about your hair and you were like in a crisis? It was literally the same. I feel like it was like the same time that I am postpartum. That you were having a crisis.
Mm-hmm. This is the time where you like just want change.
Yeah.
You're just not happy. So you're like,
You're not happy.
I mean, like with your appearance,
Yeah.
you're just like, something's got to get.
Yeah,
I got to get a new wardrobe, or I got to cut my hair, or I got to. Usually, if you get a spray tan, it'll fix everything.
So true. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I need to get a spray tan.
Yeah.
You're so right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You solved it.
Yeah, because you're just like, it feels so old.
Yeah.
Your appearance. You're just like,
not,
I've been doing this.
Yes. It's giving crisis mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not happy. I'm like, you regret everything. No, like you're just not happy with the way you look.
Yeah.
And you're just feeling like
You need a fresh.
you hate your clothes, you hate your hair, you hate your everything. So Anyways.
True.
We are going to talk about Lissy Skincare. Thank you, Lissy Skincare, for sponsoring this episode. This is one of our new sponsors that I'm absolutely obsessed with. We both are. So Lissy Skincare has their Mandelic Serum. I've been using this like probably twice a week. I add it to my skincare routine at night for a little exfoliation. It helps so much. So it helps every type of acne, including hormonal, inflamed, cystic, fungal, and more. Most skincare ingredients known to improve acne are not pregnancy safe or are more aggressive on your skin and aren't safe for all skin tones, but all of Lissy Skincare products are pregnancy safe, breastfeeding safe, and safe for all skin types and skin tones.
Lissy was created by an esthetician who struggled with acne for over 10 years and couldn't find anything to really clear up her acne or her fungal acne. I know firsthand how annoying and frustrating it is to have acne, to have breakouts. You don't really know what's causing them. And it's kind of scary to test new products on your skin, but I love that Lissy's are safe for any skin. Their products were made with acne-prone skin in mind, but they also offer amazing benefits like brightening, anti-aging, barrier repair, and more. They have a hydrating serum that I really like. I love simple skincare these days, just kind of having like a cleanser, one serum that I use, and a moisturizer. And they have such cute packaging and great ingredients. I really, really like this brand, and I'm excited that we have a code for you guys. So go to lissyskincare.com and use code what we said at checkout for 10% off your order. That is LISSY skincare.com. Use code what we said for 10% off your order.
This podcast is sponsored by ByHeart. ByHeart is an infant nutrition company built from the ground up to deliver real innovation on behalf of babies and parents. Their mission is simple: make the best formula in the world. As a parent, it can be so stressful, all the little things you have to decide for your baby, especially when they're so little. They seem so fragile and you just want to give them the best. And one of the things that can be kind of stressful is finding good formula. If you're wanting to supplement with formula or if you are doing formula feeding from the start, whatever it is that is your situation, ByHeart is your answer. ByHeart is here and they are to be trusted. So this year, our friends at ByHeart, the only American-made formula with globally sourced ingredients to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, never skim, are celebrating the ways in which they never skim on anything, especially your babies. ByHeart never skims on healthy fats, using only organic, grass-fed whole milk. Whole milk is full of healthy fats like naturally occurring MFGM, which play an important part in babies' brain development and growth.
ByHeart never skims on protein. Their patented protein blend gets closest to breast milk thanks to the two most abundant proteins found in breast milk, plus broken down proteins. ByHeart never skims on their standards. Their formula is made with certified clean ingredients, plus it has no soy, corn syrup, GMOs, or palm oil. A lot of formula companies do use skim milk, so again, they are the only American-made formula to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, which is awesome. So, if you're curious about ByHeart, you can redeem your welcome offer at byheart.com/podcast with code WhatWeSaid20 for a limited time. Additional terms and conditions apply. Again, the code is WhatWeSaid20. Go check it out.
When I was in 8th grade, I was sitting next to a hot guy and my best friend in computer class. I thought I had started my period, so I asked to go to the bathroom. When I got up, there was blood on my seat and my friend sat in it so the hot guy wouldn't see. Literally. She is my maid of honor and BFF forever. I want to cry. That's so nice. What quick
She is
thinking.
my president.
I think girls who are true girls from a young age and they never went through a pick-me stage where they were like, not a good friend. Gems.
Gold.
True golden heart.
Gold. Wow.
That's beautiful.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
It's very rare to
especially
not be
in junior
pick-me.
high.
Yeah.
Girls in junior high, like you're just fighting for your life.
100%.
So that's really nice.
Wow. That is everything and more.
Mm-hmm.
That is the true pinnacle of girlhood and friendship.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that. Okay. Hi, Chelsey and Jaci. I love what we said. I listen first thing every Tuesday. My most embarrassing school story, is sadly when I asked my middle school science teacher what the difference between an organism and an orgasm were. Safe to say I've never been more embarrassed than that moment. Sweet angel.
How old was she?
Old? Middle school science teacher.
Ooh, I fear the boys would have eaten you alive if they heard you say that. Like the 7th grade boys hearing you ask that question.
Wow.
That's
bad.
My 7th grade, my junior high science teachers, something ain't right up there.
Why?
With both of them, both
Mad
males.
scientists?
And weird vibes. One of them, years later, got caught up with a student, a junior high student.
No.
Messaging like, yeah.
Ew. I'm guessing he's a man.
Obviously.
Yeah.
The other one, looking back, was giving just weird vibes, like talking of like young girl vibes. I'm like, what? Is there something
young girl vibes?
Okay,
he
so
liked young girls.
No, like one of this is kind of, it's just kind of a long story, but one of the kids in there had an older sister who was in high school at the time, and she was a model for like a dentist thing or something, and he like made a comment. She was like on one of the like flyers or something.
Okay.
And he like made a weird comment like, your sister's hot kind of thing.
Okay. The teacher?
Grown man, married man with children.
Okay.
And then another, not the same teacher as the one that was messaging the student. And he just would do it weird. Like one time he showed us like a picture he had on his phone. He's like, look at this scientist. And it was like a girl, like porno, like big, not like full porn, but like, you know, like a Halloween costume almost, like a girl with like huge boobs, like holding like a flask. Weird vibes.
I'm terrified. He showed that to you as a middle schooler?
Me and another girl, yeah. Like, look at this scientist. And we were like, hey. Like things in hindsight, you're like, oh. And junior high, you're like, oh my God. Like,
Chelsey.
It's so weird.
That's
not like
trauma.
in class. Like, oh, look.
No, I don't care. That's giving the guy who showed you a freaking naked girl's vagina in her.
Yeah, that was worse.
That was worse. But that's still like, that's beyond. That's weird.
I know. Weird
it's like
vibes.
he wants like a reaction out of you. Like that's creepy.
I know.
Creepy. Ew.
I know. Weird vibes there.
My science teacher in high school, who was also your science teacher.
Yeah.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
He was so nice. Angel. Not weird. That's not where the story's going. I was late to his class every single day.
Same.
I messed around every single day. I was not like, I feel like I was not a good student at all, but I felt like, you know, we had a bond.
Rapport?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I felt as though he respected me and like, you know, thought I was kind of funny and whatever. Yeah. And so at the end of the semester, I had like I don't remember what grade I had. I was 100% confident he was going to raise it to the next. I don't remember if I had a C and I wanted it to be a B or if I had a B and I wanted it to be an A. I'm not sure which it was. But I like was like, oh, 100% he's going to like whatever, raise it because it's like so close. And I like went in and was like, I'm just going to, you know, like butter him up, like
schmooze him up.
Yeah. I was like, oh, like, but I got an A, right? You know, kind of trying to be like, and he's like, no, you were late to my class every day. You like, basically he was like, no, I'm not raising it.
Like you didn't try.
I was bewildered. I was like, what do you mean? Like I thought we had
something.
I thought we had a bit going or something. Like what?
Yeah.
And yeah, he just didn't raise it. And I got like a
He's
C.
like, you thought you were funny.
Yeah, no. He's like, you thought you ate. You starved. I was so sad. I was so shocked. I was like, okay, wow, true rejection.
I'm wondering how we spoke in high school before we had phrases like let him cook and you ate and things like that. Because it's so funny.
Like, I know it's going to get old and it probably already is to people, but like you ate or I fear she ate. Like that's one of my favorite phrases to come funny. For like, that's one of my phrases that's come out of the past years of social media.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
I had an outfit on the other day. Nick goes, I was like, what is that? He's like, you ate, right? Like he was like trying to get on the joke. I'm like, that's the cutest thing you've ever done.
No.
So funny.
I'm obsessed with that. Leif, I texted Leif. He goes, what do you want? Or what do you want to do for food? I said, I already ate. He said, okay, you ate with that one.
Success. Chronically online talk. It's all your things.
Oh, it's so funny. I love it.
I'm screaming.
Go ahead.
My turn? Mm-hmm. It was an 8th grade dance in October. My mom told me it was for Halloween. Okay. Oh, so I fully dressed up as Cleopatra. When I get there, I quickly realized no one is in costumes, yet beautiful gowns and masks. It was a masquerade. I spent the rest of my night with my head down on the table crying, and it still haunts me to this day. Girlie, leave. Don't just sit there and mope. Don't ruin it for everyone else. Don't be a freaking party pooper. Leave.
Jeez. Was your mom literally setting you up for failure?
Yeah,
like,
what?
Why? My mom told me it was for Halloween.
Can you imagine setting your Benny up? Like, you are going to throw a birthday party. You set up really cute theme. She's in junior high. Maybe she's a little too old for like princess themed, like as the other girls think. And no one shows up to her birthday party. Like, imagining that as a parent is
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
so sad.
I
How do you
literally
get
can't
through
imagine.
that? Like, actually, how do you get through that?
No, you know what I was telling Leif? I'm like, I have all these thoughts of like, oh, I hope this, like, I think of things
hope she has
that
friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
but even beyond that, like, I'll think of, you know, physical things that I'm like, I hope she doesn't inherit that from me. Like, just little, like being pale, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I hope she, because I know that growing up, that was like a part of my life that was annoying to me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I wanted
You
to
don't
be
want her to go
tan.
through the
yeah,
same
so I'm like,
thing.
oh, I don't want her to. But then I was telling Leif, I'm like, you know what? I really need to have a perspective shift of like, I love who I am. I love
Yeah.
who I've turned out to be. I literally have my dream life. I have the best friends ever. I have my dream husband. Why do I care if, who cares if she's pale?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, it's just like, because I don't care. I want to make this clear. I don't care if she's pale.
Yeah.
I don't want her to wish that she, whatever.
Exactly. You
things
don't want
like
her
that.
to deal with the same insecurities you dealt with.
Exactly. It's for her sake that I even care about that at all.
Yeah.
I think she's perfect, but it's like, I was just thinking like, who cares? Also, those things, like, if you're not 100%, you know, you build character.
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't think I'd have the same personality if I had a chin. I got tan. I'd
Yeah.
be too powerful.
I know. It's true.
You-
Like, those
you gotta
things.
have things that
not making a team, like not making
Yeah.
a sports team. Like, I think about, oh my gosh, what if one of them like doesn't make a team that they want to try out for? Or they get, you know, their friends exclude them.
Yeah,
or
they get
something. And that makes
rejected.
you like, you want it to be perfect. But it's true. Like, you think about,
that happened to
look,
you.
I'm here because I didn't make the 7th grade volleyball team.
Yeah.
Not really. Probably could have made it and still maybe been more successful.
Could have been the Olympics.
I
Awesome.
could have made the connections I needed to.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
kidding. But it does. It builds character.
It does. It's like things don't have to be perfect. Circumstances don't have to be perfect for them.
In fact,
Nor-
that might make them
exactly that's
insufferable to be around.
100%. It's like you need to build something, and you got to have a little spice in
Yeah.
there to be funny, and
Yeah.
you know,
True.
be an empathetic person.
Yeah.
We've talked about it. I feel like sometimes when you're like stunningly gorgeous, you literally have a harder life because you like don't have to develop certain skills,
It's true.
and you don't deal with probably rejection as much as other people do, and like that stuff really
Builds character.
it does build character.
Yeah.
It builds you
You have
into like a
empathy.
more well-rounded person. I really believe that.
Yeah,
we
for
always
sure.
say you got to be a little bit ugly.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I returned to my high school cross-country uniform, I didn't realize that a black lacy thong had stuck to it during laundry. So my coach, who was also my math teacher and my high school boyfriend's dad,
The
returned
trifecta.
my underwear back to me and said, "You left a little surprise with your uniform."
Now that's criminal.
Wow, your math teacher being your high school boyfriend's dad, that's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. And her coach?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. You probably see him more than your boyfriend does.
Jeez. The coach, the math teacher, and the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Wow. Or and the dad?
And the boyfriend.
He's about to catch a case.
Gosh.
No,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
No.
I feel like, you know what? I always felt for girls who had their dad as their bishop. Or like
Yeah,
their
to, like, go
boyfriend's
tell
dad as
them.
their bishop or something. It's
Yeah,
just
no.
like,
Keep that to yourself.
yeesh.
Yeah.
That is
That is
crazy.
rough.
That is a rough dynamic.
6th grade, I started my period, bled through my dress, and without realizing it, I walked to the front of the classroom. One of the boys loudly said, "Eee," this makes me like, it looks like her butt is bleeding. I felt like melting through the floor. Thankfully, my aunt, who was a teacher's assistant at the time, was able to take me home for the rest of the day.
Her butt is bleeding.
Like, moments like that make me want to disappear.
6th grade?
I can't, no. Yeah, 6th grade.
It's such a vulnerable
Such a bad
time.
time.
Such a time.
But is it worse for someone to say something? Yeah, it is. than for like no one to say something.
And then you just notice.
Yeah.
Because then
like
you don't
go
know
home.
who noticed. Like you're like, maybe someone did.
Yeah.
But like,
at least you can
I'll never
address
know.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I was in high school, I was a senior, I was taking a final in a different class than I usually was in. Like I just had to go in a different hour. And I could tell I had like really weird periods in high school. I had like 2 periods a year. And I was sitting down, I was wearing white shorts, and I remember feeling like, am I starting my period? Like my stomach, like I don't know. It kind of feels like, you don't know what it is that's going, And I get up and I go to the front of the class, put my final back, and I go to the bathroom and I see that I'm like completely bled through my pants. And to this day, I'm like, did people see? Like, what did I leave blood on the chair? Like, what happened? I don't even know. Like, would it have been better if someone was like, hey?
I think it's better to not know.
Yeah,
unless it's like a girl close to you and it's
nicely.
immediately, and she's like, hey, you have whatever, like here's my jacket to help, or something like that would be great.
True.
But for someone to loudly be like,
oh, no,
whoa,
that's worse. Yeah,
that is horrifying.
No, that's horrible.
Okay, one time in my class at BYU, I quickly rose my hand to ask a question, and I
No.
She put in parentheses clean. She wants to clarify.
Yeah.
Quickly rose my hand to ask a question, and a thong flew out of the sleeve of my sweatshirt. I think it was chilling in there since my last load of laundry and stuck to my sweatshirt and decided to make its appearance.
Stop.
Right then and there.
No.
It was a cute black lace thong too. Everyone was feeling uncomfy. That has happened to me before. Like actually recently where a thong literally came out the bottom of my pants. I'm like, sorry. I was in the car, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But you do laundry and then just get stuck in there and you like put on.
Yeah.
Literally just like came out the bottom. I'm like,
well, at least
why
it's
is that
clean.
There? True.
Because sometimes if you wear pants that you wore, the day before, and they're clean technically because you wore underwear with them, you want to rewear them. I think I've told a story before, but I went on a date with a guy. Well, it was kind of a date, but he was driving home and he was like, never, I'm telling this again. I've literally told the story probably 3 times. He's like, never tell anyone. He's like, I literally have underwear in the bottom of my, like yesterday's underwear in the bottom of my things. He's like, please look out the window while I take it out and put in the back of my car. Like a big clump.
In his pants?
In the bottom was like joggers.
I'm screaming.
It was so funny.
That is so funny. But imagine you super fast raise your hand and it flies out across the room. A black lacy thong
onto
at
your
BYU.
professor's face.
Please. We like make it up to be so much creepier. Like he can't breathe.
Swallowed it. He was choking on it.
The paramedics have to come. This goes way too far.
We had to pray to get it out.
I only have one more.
Okay. Same. Oh, speaking of choking, I was in a science class in college. There were probably 75 kids in the class. I was in the front row and I was starving. I took a bite of a cookie and fully started choking. The whole class, professor included, went silent and just stared at me. Eventually, the girl next to me started softly patting me on the back. I was fine. I left class early, LOL. Oh, at least you weren't really choking.
Oh my gosh.
I thought she meant like she was silent choking.
Terrifying.
Because if you have little kids, you know a lot about choking because when they start eating, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
If they are coughing,
that's a good sign.
They're going to be fine. Like just encourage them to keep coughing. It's when they're silent.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, that's the scary part that they really need help. I think there's like a saying like, if they're red, let them cook. It's like... Please. I literally couldn't help myself from saying it. If they're red, like let them something like...
I'm literally thinking of the one that's like the bear. Like, if they're red, they're dead. Like,
like if they're brown,
white,
lay down.
Back.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's like if your kid is red, let them like keep coughing. And that doesn't rhyme at all. But it's if they're
let's
blue,
come back
something.
when we know the saying and we can actually provide valuable information.
Look it up.
Just tells people they're completely wrong. It's like such a serious thing. Like if they're red, it's totally
like,
fine.
Okay, wait. Choking slang. No, choking limerick.
Choking saying.
Here it
maybe.
is. Here it is. Loud and red, let them go ahead. Silent and blue, they need help from you.
Okay.
So loud and red, let them go ahead. If they're coughing and their face is red, like
Okay.
let them keep coughing. Silent and blue, they need help from you. So if they're silent and their face is turning blue, that's when you need to like do the Heimlich.
That's scary.
Yeah, because kids cough a lot when they're learning to eat.
Yeah.
They're like, they have gag reflexes, so they might cough something. But anyways,
Gosh.
that was my last one.
Okay, here we go. My 5-year-old niece went exploring in her parents' bathroom vanity and found condoms. She brought a bunch into her kindergarten class the next day and was so excited to share her new balloons with friends.
No.
My sister and her husband were mortified when they got a call from her teacher that day, knowing all their condoms were passed around the kindergarten class.
Stop. Not so dangerous as well, probably.
Please.
That's so bad.
That's so bad. As a parent, you're just like...
Luckily, probably only the teacher knows.
Right,
It's like not
right.
like the other kids know what's going on, but
the teacher's probably judging you. Like, why are you
Yeah.
letting your kid have access
like,
to
did you
these?
give your kid this to give them to
Please tell me.
like bring as a joke?
Ew.
No, that's weird.
Wowza. Well, thanks for writing in, guys. Your embarrassing school stories. I'm sure there's a lot more where that came from. If you guys want to get our merch, make sure we'll put the link in the description of the YouTube video and also the episode and stuff. Or you can follow us on Instagram to see more photos, videos, and stuff of it. If you want more info, follow us at What We Said Podcast. We've been posting some clips on YouTube too. It's at What We Said. And yeah, you can watch us on YouTube. Just type in What We Said Podcast. We're easy to find. We love you guys so much. And
That's what we said. Bye.